Hi Year 7, so today in our drama lesson we are looking at voice. Our objective is to explore the effects of voice, and to do this we're going to identify the features of voice, explore how to use your voice in various ways, and you're going to apply some vocal features to a script. Whenever you see this icon, this means there are tasks that you need to complete and upload onto ClassCharts. So for instance, this could be an entrance task or an exit task, task 1, task 2 for example. Please make sure your responses are in full sentences. Whenever you see this icon, this means there's an extra challenge for you to upload your recorded response. Please remember, you only need to record your voice. If you are submitting a handwritten response, so taking a picture of your work and uploading this to ClassCharts, please remember to check that your image is clearly visible and not too dark to read. Okay, so Year 7, this is your entrance task. So I want you to think, why is voice important? Just write down about 3 to 5 points on this, and then how can you use your voice to show emotions and feelings? Just write about 3 to 5 lines on this. Feel free to pause the video at any point to write down your answers. Here's a task to upload Year 7. So use the clues below to complete the crossword and find some features of voice. Again, feel free to pause the video to write down your answers if you need to. There's a paper version on ClassCharts if you prefer to print this off and answer the questions. You'll find the answers on the exit task at the end of this video. But Year 7, do not cheat. Don't even think about it. So Year 7, this week I was joined by some of your English teachers. Miss Beaumont, Mr. Ammar, Miss Hussain and Mr. Rafi joined me in the drama studio. It was fabulous. So we demonstrated and discussed the effects of voice, how it creates meaning and how it can be linked to body language. So here's your task. As you listen to the examples of various ways that we could say the word oi, or we tried to say the word oi, and the discussion with the team English, make some notes on the various uses and effects of voice. So Secure Master's students will do the task as well. But Secure, I'd like you to also think of adjectives that you use to describe voice, and Master students, I'd like you to identify the various vocal features that can be linked to create meaning. You might want to listen to the discussion twice, so feel free to do so if you need to.
Oi! Oi!
Oi.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
Oi.
Oi! So, Miss Beaumont, which oi stood out for you and why?
I would say Mrs. Sain's first oi stood out to me because it was really strong, really assertive, really forceful.
Okay, Mr. Ammar, what would you say?
I would say Miss Hanley's second oi because I could see your facial expression change compared to your first one, so it was a lot more aggressive, whereas the first one I sort of got the sense that you were confused.
So my first oi was like, my second oi, sorry, was like kind of stay away from me because I kind of like went to the side as well with the use of body language. Mr. Rafi?
Yeah, I thought Miss Beaumont's second oi sounded quite like she was a bit perplexed and a bit confused, and I like that one.
So what kind of uses did we have with the word oi with voice? So how was voice actually
The
used?
pitch change, I think, depending on who was doing it, trying to show different things. So Miss Beaumont, her pitch sort of went quite high, and it sort of rose as she said it to show that she was confused.
Rafi's, he did a whisper.
Yeah.
He whispered.
I thought that as well because that was like a secretive kind of
Yes.
oi. Like, come over here, I've got something to
Like
tell you.
secret.
Yeah. I thought that was quite good. So, Team English, how can we create meaning with voice?
If you wanted to showcase power, I would go with a more assertive tone. So, for example, oi. So, obviously in drama, you can show physical status to maybe standing on a block and someone's facial action being low. But you can also show status and power through the tone of your voice and how you say certain words, because then you can see a power dynamic in speeches.
And that's interesting as well, because when we talk about voice, the status does come into it, because even though someone could be on a block or could be towering over somebody, they could actually have a really quiet voice and still be really intimidating and powerful. Yeah.
If you want to play the victim, you could stutter.
Yes.
Yeah, and body language as well can show massively. So, for example, in some of those quieter oys, there was quite defensive body language, kind of arms close to the chest or kind of leaning away from the other people. So gestures as well can play a massive part in that.
So true. What about control?
I feel like that will come more towards the tone of your voice rather than the volume of how loud or quietly you're speaking. So depending on what's being said and the way it's being said and the tone you take.
So the tone you take.
Yeah. So you can be quiet and still be quite controlling in a way.
That's true. Because a whisper can actually be quite intimidating. It, like, depending on if you say that one more time, that kind of thing.
The pace comes into it as well.
Yeah, the pace, and then like quite sharp.
This is a number script where the only words that you can use are numbers, but how many different ways can you use your voice to create different meanings with just numbers? So there are 5 scenarios. There's telling a secret, exciting news, something terrible has happened, anger and frustration, or in love. We're going to look at 2 number scripts, and Mr. Amar and Miss Beaumont did this one. So can you work out through their use of voice which scenario they're using? Here is example 1.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9. 10,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
17, 18, 19.
20!
Did you work out the scenario? Yes, well done. It was telling a secret. Okay, see if you can work out this scenario for example 2 with Mr. Rafi and Miss Hussein, and see if you can identify how they've used their voices differently when the use of repetition was included into the mix. Did you work it out? Yep. It was a scenario of something bad has happened. Okay, now year 7, it's your turn. So, your task is to create a number script of 3, yes, 3 of the scenarios, and you must also add how you'd like the words to be said. So, you're going to be including stage directions. Now, stage directions are instructions for the actor. They are always in brackets and are written in italics. And remember to include punctuation, and you only need to go up to number 20. So Secure and Mastered students will also do the task, but Secure will create number scripts for at least 2 of your own scenarios, and Mastered students will include stage directions for body language. For example, here's a number script that we listened to earlier with Mr. Amar and Miss Beaumont. So Miss Beaumont started off, if you remember, she started off slowly. She went 1, 2, 3, and then later on she whispers 7, 8, 9, and then to end, Mr. Amar stands up and excitedly says 20. So he's changed his posture, which he's changed his body language. And year 7, see if you can complete the ultimate challenge. So in addition to uploading your number scripts, see if you can also record with someone else within your household, using voices effectively. Remember, year 7, when recording, you only need to record your voice. So year 7, let's test your skills. Your task is to choose one of the scenarios from the number scripts that we've looked at today and create a script for a short performance. So you must think about your character's use of voice, the volume of their voice, the pitch of their voice, the tone of their voice. So think of your character's use of voice and think of your character's body language. So that would be the gestures, your face expressions and your posture, and include this into your stage directions. And then year 7, again, see if you can complete the ultimate challenge. So upload your script and upload a recording of your script, just about 30 or 40 seconds or so, with someone else from within your household, year 7. Stay at home. So remember, you only need to record your voice. And here's a little something for you. Here's an extra. Here's an example of a script with teachers from Team English.
Oh my God!
Did you hear about? No, what happened?
Well, I heard that.
No, that can't be true.
But there's more, you know.
Really? What? What?
Yeah, I know!
Everybody knows.
What did you just say?
She said-
you're not talking about me.
She said,
You said something about him. I heard it just now.
why would we be talking about him?
Hold on. Why is anyone talking about anyone? No one should be talking about anyone.
Miss, I'm not talking about him.
I'm not talking about anyone, actually. We were just talking about...
Miss,
we were talking
they're
about-
spreading rumours about him.
No.
Hold on. We don't spread rumours. And you've got work to do. Why are you not doing your work? You need to be focusing on what you're doing. Stop
Who
talking
said anyone was
about other people.
spreading rumours?
Excuse me. Who are you raising your voice at?
No, miss, I'm a prefect. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Well,
good
if
for
you
that.
was a prefect, you'd be doing your work.
I am, miss.
You'd
I'm
be-
helping Miss
No, hold
Beaumont.
on. I just looked up and you're talking, and
No,
then I
I'm-
hear that you're talking about somebody else. I don't
No,
think
I'm
so.
not.
Stop. This is gonna stop right now. Everyone, heads down. Get on with your work. Thank you very much.
Year 7, you thought wrong. You can't cheat. I'll give you the voice crossword puzzle answers in our next lesson. Okay, so it's time to upload your work. But before uploading, please check that you've completed all tasks and that you've done this to the best of your ability and effort. If you have any queries regarding the task or your work, feel free to leave your question in the feedback section on Class Charts and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And again, if you're taking a picture of your work and uploading this to Class Charts, please remember to check that your image is clearly visible and not too dark to read. So take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.